So let me ask this question to Sister Monica, then Brother Barana, you tap back in because you just can't stay away, right? And I appreciate that. Sister Monica, your sister, um, this issue of strolling to the polls. What were your views on that? As a black woman, as someone who of course is doing a lot of work in the community, as someone who is an intellectual, right, and a leader, what was your view on strolling to the polls? And when we've seen now that there are protests against, of course, police genocide or extrajudicial violence against the black community, we've seen now many women activists go out and start twerking against the police. So if you could give your opinion on strolling to the polls and twerking against the police, I would just be curious, of course, to hear what you have to say about that.
Well, I think either point, whether you're strolling or twerking, it kind of gets down to, there's no political agenda that's driving our decision making. There's no ask. There's nothing, there's no tangible thing that we're asking for in terms of our vote. So strolling to the polls is a way to, engage people. I think it's a great way to kind of get people excited about exercising their right to vote. But then I think it also has to be the political education around, okay, so what are we actually voting for? What are we voting against? What are we asking for? What is our demand? How much money have we put behind this cause or this initiative? Or, what is our leverage? I think it's a lot of parts that are included in a vote that we, one, don't talk about. Two, we don't have the resources to really be able to activate our vote in the way that needs to happen. And then it ends up becoming a political stunt. Like there's really no teeth behind it, and we don't really get any benefit from it because it's not rooted in anything real. So I think twerking is just a distractor, to take your eye away from the things that actually matter, and to use these superficial ways of kind of painting women in derogatory ways. Some people don't perceive twerking in that way, but whatever your ideology is around that. But it's not rooted in anything serious, because when you think about politics or political ideology or taking political action and twerking, like there's no alignment there. So I don't believe it's something that's really intended to be taken seriously, because it doesn't fit within a political paradigm. So I don't believe it's something. I believe we first have to start taking ourselves seriously in order for our vote to really have meaning. And when we do stunts like that, no one believes that we're going to move the needle, in our politics at all.